Alright, welcome back to our Godot platformer tutorial series. In this video we're going to create a main menu and add a start button, a quit button, as well as incorporate our smooth transition scene that we had. That way it's not just a straight jump cut to our first level. So let's jump in. First thing we want to do is create our main menu scene. So let's go to scene, new scene, and under other node we're going to search for a control node and add that in. I'm going to go ahead and rename it to be main menu, and then I'm going to go ahead and change the anchor preset to full rectangle, and let's go ahead and right click. We're going to add a texture node, our texture rectangle node. That will also be full rectangle. We're going to change the stretch mode from scale to keep, I think it's aspect covered is what we're going to want for this one. And we're going to start dragging in some textures to it. So let's take our background and drop that in. Oh, hold on. Let's see. This is our shadow forest, right? So I want to make sure you guys know which one we're using. We're still using the Sunnyland collection assets. This is from the shadow forest folder pack, so we're gonna drag the background in there. It does stretch it out a little bit, but it will end up looking alright for this. If you want it to be a little more professional looking, you can use like Photopia or GIMP for free options to just like overlay the images and set them up how you want to as far as layering and stuff. I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff in my scene, bogging it down and having to scroll endlessly to find what I need. So that's why I am going to duplicate this though twice. This will be BG texture rect. This will be MG texture rect, and we're going to drag the middle into it like so. Where is it? Alright. So let's try that again. BG middle. There we go. Alright. That's better. I don't know why I was drawing weird before. Alright. And then we're gonna reset this last one, which is going to be our FG, so foreground, right? And then I'm just going to drag this guy in there. Right, we got some branches right up top, see? Right there. Alright, now from here, just for the sake of organization, I'm going to add just a node, and this will be my textures folder. And I'm going to drop all these guys in there. Alright. The reason why I'm using the texture rectangles instead of saying just using a sprite 2D node is because it's gonna throw off. So let's go ahead and just show you. So let's save this real quick. Make sure it's in your scenes folder, named main menu. And when we run the current scene, this covers the whole thing. Now you see a little bit of pixelation in the background. I could just drop that out for a color node and probably just make it black. So I may end up doing that or just using that green color. However, if we used just a sprite 2D, then when I put the UI elements in, the other elements in as far as the text and buttons, it'd be all here and the pictures would be all like whacked out right there. So that's why, instead of just being across the full screen, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Maybe I'll do a second one just to kind of show you. I don't know. But texture rectangle for me is the best in this instance, just because I didn't want to go through Photoshop and layering everything. Even though that probably would have been best if we're being honest. Let's go ahead and just change this right now to, like, let's see, change type, color rect, change it to a color rectangle, and let's see, there we go, something like that. That looks fine. Straight black is too much. That green in the background, that works just fine. Then it's not super pixelated and we're good to go. Alright, next thing we're going to do is add our text and button elements. So right click on main menu, let's add a VBox container. Actually we're going to add 2 of them, but let's get this one set up first. This one will be centered, right? And we're going to duplicate it. So this one is going to hold, if we add a child to it, we're going to add a label, and that's going to be our title. So we can change that to title label, and it's going to be my awesome game. Now it is drawing in the back, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our ordering, change the z index to 1 on our VBox container, and then everything will show up in front of it. The next thing we're going to do is on our title label, we're going to go to our theme overrides, font sizes. I'm going to bump that up to, say, 48. And then we're going to just move this first VBox container up here into this black area. With the second one, we're going to add a couple of buttons to it. So button, and then this one's going to say start. Again, we're going to want to change the z index on the VBox container 2. I'm also going to duplicate this button, and it's going to be called quit. Let's go ahead and rename these. So start button, quit button, like that. And those are still really tiny. Let's go ahead and adjust the size here and here. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. We can drag this container up into this area, just like so, and we're done with that. So now we got everything set up. Let's go ahead and press Control S to save our changes, and let's start coding. So add a script to the main menu node. Make sure you save it to your scripts folder and press create, and you're gonna get this. And what we're gonna start doing is first thing, let's get rid of this process. We're not gonna need that. We are gonna need some functions. So first one we're gonna create is called load level, and it's gonna be very simple. Get tree dot change scene to file, and we need to add a variable. That's what I forgot. So let's add a variable first. That should have been the first variable. We're gonna call this first level path. It's gonna be a string, and we're gonna make it equal to, and we're gonna copy the path from our first level. So right click on level 1, copy path, come over here in between the quotation marks and just paste that in there like that. And down here we're gonna type in first level path. Now right above this, let's go ahead and press enter and create a new function. This one's gonna be on quit pressed, and all we're gonna do here, very simple, get tree dot quit. Alright, and then up above on quit, we're gonna say function on start pressed, and this one for right now, just to test it out, we're gonna say we're gonna pass load level. Alright, now what we need to do is set up some connections to our functions, so some signals. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our start button and drag that out. We're going to type in pressed, so dot connect. If I could spell connect, and it's going to be, we're going to pass on start pressed. But we're not going to need those extra parentheses because we're just connecting to it. We're going to take our quit button and drag that in next. Don't forget to tab over so you don't get that red line or highlight. And I'm just going to copy all this that came after start button, paste it down here. And instead of start, I'm just going to say quit. Now, if we press Control S and run our scene, we should be able to test it out. If we press quit, start, nothing's happening. Let's see what's going on. Why is nothing happening? Is this, I wonder if this node is messing it up. Let's see. I'm just gonna delete that and okay, yeah, so that node was messing it up. Although quit, I thought I typed quit in there. That's weird. Alright, let's try this again. So quits the game. Starts the game. Alright, so we're good there. Alright, now what we need to do is set up our scene transition. So in our start menu, it's going to be very simple. We're going to type in, actually what we can do is go to our level exit. Where is it? We're going to take all these lines right here and paste them into our main menu code in this on start pressed, right? But instead of this one, we're gonna take and just type in load level alright, and then from here all we gotta do is just test it out again, make sure we didn't break anything. So quit still works, run it again, and the start button works, and it faded out, faded in, and we got our level going, so nothing broke there. Everything else is really good, so I don't think there's anything else. Let me see what else we could do. I mean, we could make a little hover effect over our menu. Oh, you know what we need to do? Actually, let's go to our main menu scene, right click, and we're gonna set it as the main scene. That way when we press start, it goes straight to our main scene, and we can go to our level from there. So that was what we needed to do next. Go ahead and Control S to save. So in this tutorial, we created a main menu with some start buttons. Let's go ahead, just for me and my peace of mind, let's just drag these down a little more centered, like that. That's better. Alright. Created a main menu, added a title, created a start and quit button, got those working. We incorporated our scene transition. In the next video, we're gonna pause the game and create a pause menu for it and get that going, and then we'll have an audio adding audio and getting that working video after that, and that's it. So keep learning, keep building. I'll see you in the next video.